Corruption is recognized in Uganda's Vision 2040 as a major challenge. Corruption remains one of the greatest obstacles to the country's economic development and undermines the institutional values of democracy, ethics, and justice. Although the Uganda government has made considerable efforts to reduce corruption, this vice remains rampant and affects the quality of service delivery in the country. Supporting efforts to effectively address corruption was among the priority areas of the Democratic Governance Facility, DGF. The DGF supported projects and activities across the country that have made a significant difference in the lives of Ugandans, with partners working towards the shared vision of a Uganda where citizens are empowered to engage in democratic governance and the state upholds citizens' rights.
My name is Muchures Karuhija Jotham, a Director of Studies here at Usaru Primary School. We had the challenge of sitting accommodation because of the number of children that we do have here at Usaru Primary School. We tried to engage PTA, management and some other stakeholders, especially the sub-county leadership, showing them the challenge we have for the sitting. And the sub-county, when the council sat, they allocated us some desks and they approved the SAT 5. And the contractor took the initiative to ensure that he delivers. But on delivering, he delivered 15 instead of SAT 5. RAC, which had worked together with the management and the head teacher was there by then, took the initiative to ensure that why the contractor delivered 15 instead of SAT 5. Then the head teacher was engaged, the contractor was engaged to ensure that using their own money, they deliver the remaining 20. When someone is not sitting well, he will not write well. The children are now enjoying. At least a child finishes a week when the SAT is not dirty, as it used to be when they used to sit on the ground. So we want to register our gratitude to RAC, for they took the initiative to ensure that what they had struggled for was delivered in full swing.
Building on the achievements of the first phase, the DGF, in its second program phase, was supported by 7 development partners: Austria, Denmark, European Union, Ireland, the Netherlands, Norway, and Sweden.
Under the Anti-Corruption Act, we wanted specifically to see that the IG and Auditor General's recommendation on deleting convicted public servants was put into consideration. We had a list of 28 of them who were on payroll and they had been convicted. But by the end of 2021, only 9 were left on the payroll.
The main challenge is that many citizens have been facing problems of corruption, but just where to report is the problem. So the easiest was to create the toll-free line operations or call centers to ease that interaction between us and the citizens to ensure easy flow of information. And over the years we've registered quite a number of successes.
In the fight to eliminate corruption, DGF supported several partners to implement projects that aimed at empowering the citizenry to demand for greater transparency and public accountability for service delivery. DGF partners conducted over 46,000 awareness campaigns on civic responsibilities to raise public awareness and improve access to information. Furthermore, more than 4,900 dialogue meetings were held to address attitudes and perceptions of the citizens on pertinent governance topics such as corruption and accountability.
At first, there was the attitude of the community towards participating in the meetings organized by the government officials. It was very negative. But now you will find that in a budget conference, the sub-county is full to capacity. Through that interaction, so many number of cases, issues raised by the communities have been responded to.
LASPNET implemented an intervention around fighting corruption, and this was dubbed Break the Silence on Corruption. The Break the Silence on Corruption campaign actually was one of those failed campaigns within the sector And it is unrare to move around this country, whether you go to a police station or court, and you do not find a LASPNET poster with information regarding the complaint handling mechanisms of the different institutions.
Through various anti-corruption engagements, partners worked with community-based monitors to supervise, document, and expose key leads on corruption. Over 5,000 monitoring reports were submitted by partners to oversight bodies at local and national levels to promote public accountability and service delivery at the grassroots level. These collective engagements from different districts across the country produced tremendous results that have led to recoveries of embezzled funds worth billions of shillings.
Over 6 billion Uganda shillings have been recovered. Funds that were recovered through abandoned projects, delayed contracts, diverse funds.
Some public servants were arrested and charged in the anti-corruption court for mismanagement of public funds.
I've opened up around 5 general inquiries files that have made some civil servants be dismissed out of public service.
There are reports that we have got about health staff who are perpetually absent. We have raised them up with the district authorities, and some of them have been addressed.
With over 1,800,000 individuals having participated in DGF-supported learning events, citizens have been empowered to recognize and report acts of corruption on publicly funded activities and to hold government leaders accountable for their actions.
We had an issue where community members identified shoddy work on the road that had been constructed 2 months and the bridge collapsed. You can't imagine that that project had costed 200 million. So community members were able to complain by themselves. So we had to engage, of course, looking at the community being in front, and that bridge was reconstructed again. Up to now, it is still serving since 2016.
We see in Kasese where Health Center 3 was constructed, mothers around 70 were giving birth in a month. The labor suit would only accommodate one mother at a time.
So the challenges we had that we used to get mothers coming from very far in the hills to come to do antenatal and deliveries from this place. But the unfortunate bit of it is that we didn't have where to deliver them from.
So after giving birth, because they didn't have a ward, they would advise you to go to the nearby trading center so that you would be coming for post-antenatal care. The chairperson of C5 didn't know that was happening. I brought it up as a priority from the community, and we saw it being included in the district budget, and now the center is constructed.
Mothers have appreciated, they've welcomed the new building, and they've always come for antenatals and deliveries.
Mama sabakulenga basatu abalemererwa eributa sibali sichiri twakekana shanjikone seki betisa heno ngokumanya aberekanya kumwanga sikumi mwanga natokeri hahuwa luwa.
As a midwife, I'm very happy that the challenges I was facing here in handling mothers are going to be solved, because mothers are going to be here, coming here freely. They are going to get quality services, and maternal death and neonatal death is going to be reduced.
DGF partners have improved the quality of life and well-being of people across Uganda with the support of a coherent, multi-donor approach that contributed to strengthening democratic governance, promoting human rights, improving access to justice, and enhancing accountability throughout Uganda, engaging both at national and district level.
Quite has been realized in terms of fighting corruption, continuing to encourage our community members to always whistleblow and tell them, you look guys, other community members tell you that when I whistleblow, maybe they will inject me to death. You tell them no, they cannot do it. Whistleblow, because there's a law which protects you. So we have tried to engage, but when community members come on board by themselves, it is community driven, it is a demand driven.
The different interventions implemented by the DGF partners have made a direct contribution to the implementation of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development Goals, as well as Uganda's democratic governance and development aspirations stated in the 1995 Constitution.
My name is Tindieva Daniel, the chairperson of C3 Butamamito and the Town Council. This building was put here by nutrition in the early 90s. And unfortunately, because of the natural calamities, the wind blew it off. The water roof went away, and the administration started an initiative to rehabilitate and bring it back into use. We got a contractor from the district through the district procurement committee, and he started the works. But unfortunately, in the due course of the implementation, this contractor went away and disappeared. We want to appreciate RACA because when we reported as administrators, RACA came in, involved the contractor. This person was looked for and he was brought on board. And I'm gladly here to report that now the structure got completed and now we are in use with it. My office is where I'm sitting, the town clerk, the town treasurer, and the CDO. We are all accommodated in this building that was brought back into use.
The vision of DGF2 resonates strongly with Uganda's national priorities and commitments as outlined in Uganda's Vision 2040 and the National Development Plan. The 7 DGF development partners remain committed to continue supporting efforts to strengthen democratic governance, human rights, access to justice, and addressing corruption in Uganda.